Beep, beep, beep.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Noonchi podcast.
Hey, long time no speak.
Seriously.
See,
It's been almost a month.
I know.
Feels like a month.
I'd fucked up the algorithm for sure,
Yeah.
right? Well, the reason why we took some time off is because I wasn't in the country. And I am not making enough money to buy the corporate Zoom account. I'm ghetto style. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we were using Zoom free, the free version for a while.
Right.
And we ran out of,
Yeah. Well,
But-
it is what it is. I was in LA to see my family and friends.
Yeah,
And it
after
was-
a long time, right?
It was 3 years, right? And so it was like my nephew's tour. By the way, again, like I'm whatever about kids. If I see like a cute kid walking by, I'm like, ugh, right? But then I think it's because, at the end of the day, it's blood, it's family.
Yeah.
So like, my nephew's fucking adorable. So,
Yeah.
it was good to see my family and friends. And LA was very interesting, because I was there for like a little over 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And to be honest, like, it was a little disappointing.
When was the last time you were back, though?
About 3 years ago, I had like a layover in LA.
It's been 3 years since you've been back to LA.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And so like a lot of things have changed.
Mhm.
Do you remember like back in the days when like photos had like a limited amount of filters, right? Like when you on older computers had like you could like there's a
add
like
sepia or add like a
So basically LA felt like a dirty version of sepia was
okay.
like on it. Like, it's fucking grimy and everything's just dirty, right? Like, obviously the places I went to, like East LA, like K-Town, was just didn't feel like home, And by the way, shit's fucking expensive in LA.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's something that gets me every time.
Yeah. And obviously, for 3 years, for more than 3 years, I haven't really paid tip.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
the worst.
So on one night, there was I haven't seen my cousins in a long time. So I said, hey, let's have cousin dinner.
Mm-hmm.
So we all met up. Like one of my cousins from New York came to, for the tour and everything. So it was like, about 8 of us, right? Including myself.
Yeah.
And so we had dinner in K-Town at there's like a new place I never heard of, but like one of my cousins says, hey, my friends say this place is good. So we went to this place called the Soul Saloon, right?
Okay.
And the interior of the place looks nice. It looks great,
Is it a kogi place?
No. It was like random fusion shit.
Okay.
Right? It's good. The place was good. But number one, like I walked in and at first it was empty. You know how I tend to not be late to anything. So I was the first one there. I'm always the first one there almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like when people started shuffling in, that's not my family. It was like old people. Like we were the youngest ones there.
Mm-hmm.
They were all like in their 50s and 60s. You know what I mean?
50s and 60s.
The customer base was like people in their 50s and 60s. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like, why did my cousin suggest this place? Right. But the food was, it was good. And like, it's like, they got hard liquor, they got soju, they got everything.
Okay.
Beer, whatever. So, it's the first time in a long time I seen them. I felt good. So I was like, yo, man, dinner's on me. Not really thinking about how much this was going to run me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The bill came out to about $400, right?
Okay.
Right? So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Like I can deal with 400. But then, I didn't want to, like, American style, they bring the check to you, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to
table.
But I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want them to be like, oh, like, thanks. I don't want to hear all that shit. So like I went Korean style to the register.
Yeah.
Now the people working at Seoul Saloon, it's as if they don't speak English. They're like 유학생s.
Okay, they're Korean.
Korean.
Yeah.
So I give the girl my card, and she runs it up. She rings it, and then as I'm about to write the tip, which already hurts, right?
Yeah.
She goes, 혹시 유튜브에서 코미디언 아니세요? And I was like, fuck, now I can't just put 20%. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow, 20%'s a lot.
Nah, but like now it's kind of like I felt the pressure of like, yo, he paid more than 20%.
Yeah.
Like he's a cool quote unquote famous person.
You feel like you're going to be on a BuzzFeed story about like
I don't want to be the next James Corden or whatever, like all this shitty. By the way, that sucks, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay. Let's say you're a shitty tipper, right? But like, that shouldn't be out in the open. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, once you're a public figure, you're a public figure. Like,
I think that's still fucked up.
No, I think it's fair. I think
really?
It's fair.
So you, like, let's say you get famous, right? And then, like 10 years ago or like 8 years ago when I came to visit and you threw a fucking 200원 at a cab driver, right? Right? You want that story out there?
Yeah.
Be like, yo, this guy's an asshole for not paying fucking 200원 more.
I mean, the past is the past, right? Yeah. Whatever you did in the past, like, we're different people now. We're more mature.
Yeah.
Right. But like, I think when it comes to celebrity, and there's a certain amount that you owe to society. I think first of all, you're paid too much.
Right.
I think you have more privileges than when you're a celebrity than if you're not. You're paying for less, right? So when you do pay, you should pay a little bit. You should pay a little bit more if you're tipping.
Man, you are talking like a not famous person. I mean, I'm not famous either, but like I felt the what do you call it? The pressure. I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to be in whatever the Korean version of fucking Reddit is, where like, I'm getting slaughtered for being a shitty tipper, right?
But and you're not. I mean, but you were thinking of 20%, right? Like shitty tippers don't do even 20%. Yeah. I think you would have been fine just tipping 20%.
Yeah.
But you're thinking you have to pay more than that?
Yeah.
Like how much more?
I mean, not 40. I didn't do that. But I added an extra hundo.
Damn, man. You put it. So it's a $400 meal. So 25%.
Basically, I paid $500.
Damn, man.
Yeah, that was an interesting, like, I was like, ooh, shit,
And then to make matters worse, or to add insult to injury, the exchange rate, you're making money in one.
Yeah.
So $500 really comes out to what, $650.
Yeah. I mean, but to be honest, like,
that's a big meal. That's like a happy meal.
I was not that happy, but it was good. At the end of the day, it was good to see, my people. You know what I'm saying?
You've always been generous like that, Danny. Like always picking up the bill on like special occasions. Like we know that about you.
Yeah.
And to know that you struggle with the tip now being a little bit. Like being recognized by someone like that. It doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
but I mean, you got to deal with it.
I was like, oh shit! I was like, yo, man, I need to stay in Korea.
Yeah,
because like you don't got a tip. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Which also, if you think about it, like as much as we keep saying we love that, I often forget that Albas have it really bad too. So like tipping is, I almost wish I could tip, sometimes.
Right.
Like at Blacklist, like we'll tip there.
Yeah.
You know, they have a tip jar.
Right.
You know, so, and we know that, I don't know how much they get paid, but still, like, just the option sometimes is nice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I feel bad for like the kids at my comedy club because like they're serving like 100, 200 people, and that's not even throughout the night. That's like 100 at once, and then they leave, and another 100. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I've always wondered, like, because I've never really served tables in the States.
I have.
But the minimum wage is less for servers, right?
In the US?
Yeah. Because
the minimum wage is like, don't quote me on it, but I think it's like upwards of like $13 now.
Well, but
something.
if you're a server, isn't it less because you also get tips?
No.
There's nothing like that?
No.
I feel like I've heard that.
Because that feels illegal.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? To factor in that you're going to get tips so they're going to pay you less, that's crazy. You know what I mean?
I thought there was some sort of system like that, but okay, maybe I'm wrong.
So LA was interesting, man. Like, so my first meal, right? So my sister and my brother-in-law picked me up, right?
Yeah.
Boom. And then they live fairly close to the airport, right?
Yeah.
And so we went to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Right.
Nice move.
Nice, very perfect move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, shout outs to my sis and my brother-in-law. They
do they listen to this?
I think so.
Every now and then.
Yeah, I mean that's why she gave you gave you a gift.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm so grateful for that's so thoughtful.
Yeah.
Like Danny's sister got me some everything but the bagel seasoning from Trader Joe's.
She was like, I think he likes this, so I'm gonna get him some, right? Anyway, so we get in and out, bang, bang, bang. I get home, I get to her place. My mom and my dad are there, right?
Yeah.
You know, I haven't seen them in 3 years, right?
Yeah, damn.
Big old family hug, blah, 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 blah. We sit down, we start eating the In-N-Out, right?
Okay.
Before I even take a bite into the hamburger, my mom, and I knew it was going to happen, but I thought that she was going to wait. But before I even took a bite, hamburger was in my hand. She goes, what the fuck's wrong with your hand? Because I have psoriasis.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then she goes, are you still fat? And you look ugly with a beard. Shave that shit. Before I even took a bite out of the she hit me with a 3-piece combo, and I went boom, 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 and I was like, oh shit, I love you too, mom. And I have to say that I think it's like
the hat trick of chansori.
Oh yeah. And then she was on me the whole trip. Like I had to thank God, like so my parents or my mom helps with helping raise my nephew.
Yeah.
So she stays a lot at my sister's house.
Oh, that's great.
So that's why I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to East LA.
Yeah.
To like not deal with
around
this.
your mom.
Right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I had like you know, conversations with her, like limited, like, you know, maybe a few days, right? But I was like, that's enough. Like I don't think I can.
You know, it's a sign of love, though. The chansori and all because she cares. She's like, she really.
There's other ways to show that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that maybe it's a generational thing. I also think it's not a selfish thing, but it's like why don't you basically she thinks that everyone should function the way she does, thinks the way she does.
Yeah, like every other Korean.
Right. And so I was like, wait a minute, like, and I explained to her like I understand where it's coming from, but have you but do you know how that makes the other person feel? And she's like, I don't give a fuck what the other person feels. And I was like, that means you don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, you don't care.
Yeah.
And that's when, you know, like, she's like, oh, so you're saying I'm crazy? And I was like, oh, God damn it. right. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think me and my mother, as much as I love her, as most sons should, there's always going to be this little bit of how do you say, disagreements.
Sure, yeah.
Do you get into that shit with your parents or with your mom?
Yeah, although with my mom, like I know she has like a certain image of her kids. At least for me, I know, like I've seen this all along.
Yeah,
like even the thought of me having a drink, like if I have a glass of wine,
right,
I can see her wince. Like at the table. So I'll try not to drink around her or I'll talk about anything like drinking. So she likes when like I call her every weekend and I think she likes it when I call her Sundays and like, oh, I gotta go because we're getting ready for church. Like she really it's important that we go to church, that we take care of our health. And if I hit those buttons, then I'm good. I'm in the clear. If I remember to. But if I forget and like I have a glass of wine, like she's like, what are you doing? And then it starts to get into like, what's wrong with me? If I even try to say what's wrong with me drinking, then it gets into this whole like, I don't want to talk about like,
oh, you don't hit her with the Jesus turned water into wine shit.
It's like I know how to avoid the chansori. But I know it's there. Like all Korean ajamas or moms, I feel like they're all from the same sort of I don't know. They all have that chansori in them.
I mean, like that's why like I'm curious, like where does that button switch on at a certain age, or that's been like a 4-year-old girl?
I mean, I've been married for 7 years almost now, and I got it for. I mean, we've been dating for 10 years, so I would say I've been getting it for 10 years. So my wife's had it since her 30s at least. I don't know her before that.
I mean, like I. Slightly related, but the other day, like I was walking. I tried to like. By the way, like obviously there's certain big things that are going to happen for me, but I can't divulge that information just yet.
Oh yeah,
But because of that, like I've decided, I have to probably slim down a little bit because I don't want to look like the way I currently do for that project.
Yeah.
And so, like, as soon as I got back, I just started walking like 2 hours a day.
Well, in LA, were you like back in LA mode, like driving across the street to get something? Not walking,
No walking.
I literally would, if I had to go to 7-Eleven across the street, I would drive there.
Yeah, I Ubered everywhere.
So LA, it's a big problem when I live back.
So I know I gained weight from LA, and on top of that, like
the food, the portions.
I tell you what, the one thing I really truly liked about LA, aside from seeing family and friends, the food.
Yeah,
the food is fantastic, fucking fantastic. You know what I mean?
It wasn't too salty for you?
Oh, no.
Like
it was, I was like, yes, this is what I was missing.
Okay.
So like my taste buds haven't gone there.
Okay.
Right.
I think I'm more Korean than you are then.
Yeah.
Because when I go back, everything seems to be a little too salty.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit not impressed by the portions. I don't like...
impressed. I'm very impressed. I am like, wow, thank you.
I mean, the portions are nice. If you're in the mindset that this is gonna last you a few meals, like for me, and it did for me. But because I had so little time there, I wanted to try so many different foods. But I found myself having lots of leftovers because it's so akawa. Yeah. We spend so much money on food. We like stretch, like we went to Chipotle, my wife and And we both got a burrito bowl each.
Yeah.
And by the time we were full,
Yeah.
we just put both together and we had more than one burrito bowl.
Well, I mean, that's I obviously I finish what I start. You know what I mean?
So you gain weight in LA?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And so, to again, because of this upcoming project, I was like, I kind of need to slim down. I'm not trying to be like sexy Danny, but like,
Well, the good news is now that you're in Korea, you're back to smaller portions.
Mm-mm.
You're back to walking more.
Yeah.
But the one thing is like, you drink a lot here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's just easier. Like we drink a lot in Korea. But in LA, were you drinking every night?
I was drinking a lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
So
I was at Cafe Blue a lot. Anyway, so I was now I'm well, today I can't. It's too fucking cold, right?
It's
today's
so cold.
today's some bullshit, right? But then like when I got back, I started walking like an hour, 2 hours a day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Just to I don't want to run. My feet, my ankles are all fucked
Don't
up.
run in the winter, man. That ice is...
So as I'm walking at night, I see a couple fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy goes, 미안해. 정말 미안해. I'm sorry. And can you guess what the girl said?
Why are you sorry?
Yes.
Yeah.
뭐가 미안해.
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like that is not just a Korean thing.
Uh-huh.
I think that is a universal thing.
Uh-huh.
Right. And I was like, yo, I'm mad stressful. Right. And I'm walking and I'm thinking about it. And I'm thinking about every ex-girlfriend that I've dated, and every time I was sorry about something and I said it, she hit me with that question.
Yeah.
Those girls hit me with that question. What are you sorry about?
Yeah.
Then I started thinking that every girl I've ever dated, when she was at fault,
and she apologized?
she never
Explained why she
verbally apologized.
Oh, okay.
She never said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that again. Every girl I've ever dated,
Okay.
So my theory is maybe women don't know what it feels like to apologize, to feel sorry. So
there's more layers to apologies.
Yeah. So I think it's not because she wants to start shit. It's because she really doesn't know, and so she's like doing research. So, why are you sorry? Who are you sorry to?
My wife and I got into like an argument. We got like into a silent argument. We do that a lot at home because our in-laws live with us and the kids are around us. So we're getting ready. I was getting ready for work. She was getting my son ready for preschool or nursery school, and then for some reason, I don't know, we were just like on each other's nerves. Right. And then I was just like being rude to her and she was being rude to me. And when I left, I didn't even say bye. I said bye to the kids and then I just left. And then, then somewhere like late afternoon, I remember that I left things that way and I felt bad. So I texted, I said, I'm sorry. I'm just really stressed these days. And I said, I told her like I was like kind of, she knows me well. So I told her I'm like nearing depression, and I need to like get my shit together. So I apologize. And she wrote back, okay, we'll talk about it later. So I was like, wait a minute. Okay. So I just have to bite my lip, kind of like, all right, take the full fault, but it's her too, right. She's got to take some responsibility also.
Right.
But like, I think
I
understand her.
Has your wife ever told, like, vocally said, hey, I'm sorry?
I got to think about this one, but I'm sure she has.
Yeah.
But man.
The
she has, yeah.
The closest to I'm sorry that I got from any girl I've ever dated, even when she was at fault, was, are you still mad?
Are you still mad? I'm trying not to paint my wife as this this terrible person, totally unsympathetic or empathetic person, but she really is. It's just that I think women. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. No, you know what?
You're
though?
right, though.
No, but you know what?
Different
Though,
levels of
like, you know, obviously, like, what is it? The language of love, like communication. But on top of that, I personally think that our listeners and fans, right, that watch this show, know how much of a tough time being your wife is.
Yeah, she doesn't have it easy for sure. I tell you what, my wife does. I know things that she appreciates,
right.
And they're little things. They're little like, you know, she'll drop hints to me, and I know I just like forget about it, of course. But like for instance, the bathroom, the toilet was the water was leaking through the, you know, like that the thing that closes, it wasn't closing all the way because the string broke and like we MacGyvered it and it wasn't like perfect. And she's like, oh man, I wonder what the water bill is going to be like this week, like this month. Like that's a hint, right? And I just kind of like,
what's that the hint of? I don't even know what like
that I need to fix that, you know? So my thing is, I finally got it fixed, right? But I don't tell her that I fixed it because she'll notice that it's nothing's wrong with it,
right?
Again,
yeah.
And then for me, for some reason, not tell it, instead of me saying, "Hey, honey, by the way, I fixed the thing," you know. I don't think because I already know she's not going to be. So, do you want a cookie or something? She's not. I know if I don't say it and it's just done, like those little things, at least I romanticize it in my mind that when she notices that it's not leaking water anymore, that she's probably thinking, he's not a total idiot. You know,
yo, man,
that's good enough.
Wow, that's some I don't want to live like that shit.
But those are the little things I think she appreciates.
Yeah,
I mean that's how we get along, I guess.
The one thing about my trip to LA, though, Bob, and I did not think I was going to be this guy, was that I felt like a visitor.
Oh, yeah.
It did not feel like home.
Yeah.
So I stayed in my childhood East LA home, and I, like, you know, it's not like I couldn't sleep or whatever, but it's like just don't feel like home.
It was it nostalgic then? Did it feel like a Noah Baumbach film? Like you could come back home and you're
there was a little
sleeping in your childhood bedroom and like
I was sleeping in my childhood bedroom,
trophies on the wall.
but I did not feel like. I mean, I think I'll always miss LA to a certain degree, but I did not. You know, I was like, oh, once a year, twice a year is good enough. Or like, you know, once every 2 years is good enough.
I've been feeling this way. Like I feel more and more. I feel bad because my mom's getting older. She's 80 this year, so, and she wasn't happy that, you know, I found happiness in moving to Korea.
Of course.
And at first I didn't get it. I was like, well, you left, you know, Korea for America. You know, what don't you understand? And now it's like, oh, it's because you don't get to see your son anymore. Right. Before this year, she didn't see me for 3 years either because of COVID, right? And only met her grandkids once. And so it's like, I get it now. You know, when she in her old age, you know, all she has is her kids and her grandkids,
right?
And if she can't even see them on a regular basis, how sad must that be, right? So I feel really guilty now, and I'm thinking I need to spend some more time in the States.
Right.
I need to try to figure something out. Like my wife is okay with us moving back. We're having the kids go to school in the States, so I really need to consider that, even though I love it here.
Right.
Because we can always come back here. Like I could always retire here.
Yeah.
You know, so
I've been thinking about it like while I was in LA, like, and you know, like a lot of Koreans who particularly didn't have a lot of Koreans still have this kind of like romanticized notion of what like the US is like, or like abroad is like, living abroad, you know?
in what sense?
That it's like, you know, it's like freer, cooler, you know, there's like, you know, like LA beaches.
It's just different.
Yeah. But like, you know, people like the young kids here all over the world, but like they are like, yo, like living in Korea is tough.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now that I've lived in both countries,
yeah,
living in Korea is not tough. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think trying to compete with what's around you makes it tough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
With education.
Yeah, whatever that is. But like to live, not tough. You know what I mean? Like, just, you know, when it comes to like the cost of living and the cost of like all of that shit, you know, you know, like even like the safety shit, like it's that's one thing, the convenience of everything, right? I mean, obviously both countries have their strong, you know, their pros and cons, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, I've not that I'm like leaning more toward Korea, but I started feeling that way while I was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that I don't know if I'm gonna live here forever, but like, it was just that feeling of just like,
you're starting to do the pros and cons, the balance game.
Yeah.
That's what I went through.
Yeah.
Like, you've been here like 5 years,
Yeah.
right? I've been through the same thing around that time too.
Yeah.
Like, I think for me, it's really clear why I'm here. But it's also very clear what I don't like about Korea.
Right.
Like, but it still outweighs me wanting to live in the States.
Right.
Like, I still to this day I can't get used to wet bathroom floors. You know, and I've slipped because of it. I've hurt my back because of it. Like, I just don't like that. I mean, the whole idea of it is fine. Like, you keep your bathroom more clean.
Yeah.
I feel like that's okay, but every day that's like gives me like anxiety for some reason. But that anxiety is worth it, because when I think about how I feel living in New York or even in LA, like, I really had more anxiety that outweighed that, like with like the police system, or not feeling safe, or just I don't know. There's a different kind of crazy that you run into back home than the crazy you run into here.
Speaking of crazy, or I don't want to even say crazy, but then like I frequented Cafe Blue. I think I went there like 3 or 4 times, right?
Oh, sorry.
And
I've met some crazy people there.
But then like number one, like within the 3 to 5 years that I've been, I have not been there for 3 to 5 years. I haven't been there in quite some time. So the regulars changed, right?
Yeah.
And then there's certain people I was like, yo, who the fuck are you? Right? And so there's this dude that was there that apparently everybody hates, right? But that dude spends a lot of money sometimes, so that's why they can't like ban him and shit. Guys, this older guy kind of fucked up drunk, right? And so me and head right Andy, we were outside chilling, and this guy, drunk dude. First of all, like Pete comes out taking a break, and we're just chilling outside, and this guy tries to give Pete a $20 bill and go, "Hey, can you order 선농당 for me?"
What's that?
You know that 설렁탕 chip right next to.
Oh yeah.
Can you order something for me? And Pete's like, "What?"
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like what the fuck is that, right?
Yeah.
No, so Pete's like, "Yeah, get the fuck out of here," right? So like Pete goes back inside, And then
is that guy from Korea? Because they do that in Korea.
Yeah, but like, how is that even proper?
It's not.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then me and Andy don't know this dude, right? And this dude, like, he comes up to us and goes, "I paid $3 million in taxes this year."
Without introducing himself, you didn't.
Not a hi, my name is John or whatever. Or it was just like just hit me.
Was he drunk?
Yeah, but irregardless.
Yeah. No,
Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to put the pieces together.
Yeah, so I went, "Oh, that's how you introduce yourself to people? How much you pay in taxes?"
Yeah.
All right, man. You know? And then he goes, "Oh, me and my hung went to Room Salon and drank 3 bottles of whiskey. You know, this is how
tonight, that night. Okay.
Yeah, this is how we do it in K-Town."
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a part of me is like, "Hey, you know, I've repped K-Town a lot harder in my lifetime than you have."
I think, whatever he does in life to make that much money, like he put all his energy in there.
Yeah.
So he's lacking in social skills, right? Yeah. So I would give up my social skills to pay $3 million in taxes. That probably means I'd have a lot to take care of.
So you want to be rich but be a fucking idiot? Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Somewhere somewhere in the middle.
And then I saw his young, right, older dude, right? Yeah. And so he's dressed like Steve Jobs, right? He got that the black on black with the turtleneck on, right? Yeah. But then he had like the massage point slippers.
The massage point slippers.
You know, like the slippers with the bumps.
Oh yeah, on the bottom of
Yeah. He got that, obviously got that at Kim's Jung-gi or whatever. Yeah. And like he was rocking those slippers, with like a weird bear and some fucking font.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on right now in K-Town? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, that was that. I went, but I had like everything I wanted to eat.
Okay.
Right. So for those that are taking trips to LA anytime soon, someone hit me up going, "Hey, what are your like go-to spots?" And I go, "You don't want to go to where I want to go to because I'm going for nostalgic purposes. I'm not going for like."
You went to Sizzler.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. And so like, the homies back home were like, "Why the fuck would you go to Sizzlers, man?" And I went, and I go, "Look.
We go to Sizzler."
Sizzler, by the way, Sizzler, you know why I like Sizzler?
The cheesy bread.
The Texas toast is great.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I like to have dinner with the juxtaposition of happiness and sadness at the same time. Right?
All right. I know what you mean, but please explain for our listeners.
So if you go to Sizzler, ladies and gentlemen, right, and you sit down, right, on one side, there's going to be a family celebrating some shit, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations on fucking graduating elementary school.
Yeah.
Party, right? Good time, family, happiness.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a dude by himself, looking sad as shit.
Yeah.
Just chomping down on Texas toast.
Yeah.
Right? And I like to see both spectrums of happiness and sadness.
I've been at both tables.
Yeah. While I am eating my Malibu chicken and endless salad.
I never get the Malibu chicken, but I totally get it.
Yeah.
Like something about it. And now put nostalgia onto that. It's like a very special place.
We're in Korea. Can you have that feeling of there's a celebration here and sadness? It's really rare.
I mean, you have to kind of find it in. You kind of have to find bits and pieces at different places, not in one place. Yeah. But I can get a little bit of that at like Vips.
Yeah. Oh man, you better be happy at Vips because that's like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because it's like ghetto buffet style, right? Like the
and it's just expensive enough where it's like 불편해.
That you better be fucking happy.
Yeah, you better be full.
Right.
Like,
it is a celebration if we're going to zip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't get that at Kimbap Cheongguk, right? Like everyone's just sad there, right? Everyone's like fuck, right? So I went to Sizzler with Kevin Shea, my homie, stand-up comedian, hilarious, and then. Obviously, In and Out. I did my King Taco thing. By the way, I used Uber Eats because I could not drive. My driver's license was expired, so I had to order it. So it came late. So I Uber Eats it.
Uber Eats what?
King Taco.
King Taco? Oh, really?
You can Uber Eats it, right?
Oh, they can pick it up for you. Oh, that's great.
The fee was $9. The delivery fee was, right? It was great, delicious.
And you have to tip on top of that?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah. I got my ass kicked by that, but
Yeah.
I wanted to do it, right?
Yeah.
So with King Taco, it's not that it's great, delicious. People, if you eat it for the first time, you're like, what the fuck is this? It hit the spot in terms of it's just as I remembered it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was great. Right. Mario's Peruvian food.
Man, you hit up every spot I would, that would be
Mario's.
On my list. Yeah.
By the way, here's a big shout out to Mario's, right? So before I left, I did a podcast called Get Real with 3 former K-pop people, Peniel, Ashley, and Julie,
Dive Studios,
right?
Yeah.
And so that episode came out when I got back. And the daughter of the owner of Mario's is a big fan of that show, saw it, and then looked at my Instagram and saw that I went to Mario's. And so Mario's DM'd me saying, hey, thank you for checking out our small establishment. I said, Mario, I don't know who you are, right? But look, I go there every time. I always go there. And it's always been kind of like a go-to spot.
I heard it's Korean owned.
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I heard the owners or someone or co-owner is they're Korean.
I don't understand why they can't have lomo saltado in Korea.
I mean, we've had this conversation many times, like in our Kakao groups and stuff. Anyone know a good place where you can get lomo saltado?
Yeah.
There are a couple of places in Korea that at least attempt to do it.
Yeah.
But we've tried it and it's just not the same.
Yeah.
And it seems like it'd be simple enough.
I feel like the flavor profile, like the whatever they puka it with, it seems like Asian ingredients.
I mean, and what is it? Mario's, El Pollo Inca. There's other places in LA besides Mario that the lomo saltados, but I think my favorite is Mario's.
Yeah.
Right. Even just, everything about that place is great.
Oh, so this is totally an inside thing, and I'm Pete might be pissed that I divulged this story, right? So, I was in East LA, and I wanted to have lunch with my buddy Walter, who's a stand-up comedian, and Peter, that is in K-Town Cowboys, your childhood friend, my buddy. So Walter's picking me up from East LA, and then for about a few days, I'm going to stay at Pete's house, right? So I have my duffel bag or whatever shit. And so Walter picks me up. We go to Mario's, meet Pete there. We eat, delicious, right? And then, Pete, he parks far because he doesn't want to Peter is not the best driver, right? And then Mario's parking lot is very small, so he doesn't even attempt to park there. So he's gonna park 3 blocks away, right? But it was raining that day, right? And so Walter goes, I'll drive you to your car.
Okay.
Walter drives a Tesla, white on white leather in the back.
Oh, nice.
It looks like like a spaceship and shit. And so we get to Pete's car.
Yeah.
And a Tesla, the latches for the door is not like a normal car. So you have to press a button and it pops out. Then that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He can't find it. Pete can't find it. I can see he's slightly frustrated, right?
Yeah.
So Pete looks at the door and goes, door open. I know he was joking. I know he was joking, but I think there was a part of him that thought that would actually work.
No, that's I totally know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That he's joking, but part of him kind of thinks that might work. I can see him.
I can't. Door open. Oh shit, dude! That was I was like, yo, for real? Like, cause he sat in the back, right? I sat shotgun, so I look in the back and I go, oh, that's hilarious.
I can picture him like feeling a little bit, embarrassed too.
Yeah.
When he's stuck in those very vulnerable moments.
Yeah.
He can't help it but have like a big smile on his face.
Yeah.
Like, door open. Oh, he totally believed that it would work.
Yeah,
too.
and so like to me, by the way, that's the funniest thing that happened in the 2 weeks I was there. But then like, but also like like when I was at Blue and Pete's working at the bar or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then like if someone was like just saying nonsense, I would look at him and be like, mouth closed.
Oh shit, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the only thing I didn't have, not that I think the food is like tremendous, but it's just I needed I felt bad I couldn't get it, was Dino's.
Oh, Dino's, yeah. I think it's tremendous. It's really good.
Yeah. I had Gus's fried chicken.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm a look, Korea's fried chicken game.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
Yeah.
Right? Fantastic. But there's something about that like Southern style, like buttermilk, like that type of fried chicken style that I truly miss in Korea.
I've only been to Gus's once in LA.
Yeah.
I've been to Gus's in Austin more than I have in Blue and in LA.
Mm-mm.
But in LA, the things that I have to eat besides In-N-Out, like Mario's, and I have to get Panda Express for some reason. For some reason, like Panda Express, Chipotle, these like fast food places that aren't, necessarily the best of its kind of cuisine.
Yeah.
But it does it for me.
Oh yeah.
I love ordering the half white rice, half rice, half lo mein.
Oh yeah.
That's like the inside thing, I guess.
Oh, right? You gotta go pamban with the 2-item combo.
2-item combo and hot and sour soup if they have it.
By the way, for all those in LA, right? And you don't need to get it. You don't need to get Panda Express, like because the terminal, and when you go back in the food court, there's a Panda Express.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I as a person who also is a true fan of Panda Express, I waited and I got there.
Yeah.
Got my Panda Express fix, did the duty free.
Yeah.
Took a shit and then got on a plane.
My thing at the airport these days is I like the what do you call it? The airline lounge food at LAX is the best.
Oh wow!
Like I really like it. So I don't like. I kind of look forward to it. So I don't get like whatever they have at the airport. I know they have really good franchise foods now. At the airport.
That was a bit of a humble brag, right?
Flex.
That you got access.
Yeah, Star Alliance. But I'm not even Diamond Plus. I'm just Diamond, and I can eat there. So I feel like I need to take advantage of it. I'm still like ghetto business.
I am aluminum. I'm not even whatever they have. Silver, I think, is the bottom, right? I'm aluminum.
I think because you only go back every few years.
That's
So if you go back once a year, I think that's enough to keep in good standing with the airlines. I think because they're not, as you know, it's not cheap to fly back now. It's really expensive.
Oh, dude, it's not fun. But obviously to earn points, you should stick with the airline.
Yeah.
As opposed to like
go with the cheapest.
Yeah, being an unfaithful hoe and just jump on whatever's cheaper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm 2023. The thought is you're talking about wet bathrooms. We're talking about like lounges at airports, things of that nature. What I thought to myself is that for you to get over wet bathrooms, is to get a place with a fucking bathtub or like a partition shower, right? Yeah. And so that's my goal now, is that like everything that I'm gonna do from now on, when it comes to, well, not everything, but I'm going to try harder to make money.
Yeah, no, that's
starting 2023.
The difference between you and I is I know my worth.
Yeah,
and I know I'm not going to be making any more money than I can already. And I'm okay with it.
Right.
Like my parents were not well off. At one point they were, I guess, but then my mom, to this day she doesn't have a lot, but she is very content with her life. She's very happy with where she is from my perspective. And that's all I could ever want out of life. I think the older I get, I'm more appreciative of the fact, we're all like capable of certain things.
Yeah.
But, maybe I'm capable of making a little bit more money if I busted my ass a little bit more.
Yeah.
But then I know that if I busted my ass a little bit more, then I'd be sacrificing time with family and time with the other things that money can't buy.
Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, I'm not saying that I'm gonna go fucking buy a mansion or whatever, but what I'm saying is that like, obviously, you go to like baller houses where there's like a bathtub, and then there's like a standing shower, standing shower with a bench inside and the fucking rainfall.
Hey,
whatever.
I told my wife last year my one wish is to have a bidet.
Yeah.
In the bathroom.
Right.
And she finally agreed for my birthday that I can have a bidet.
Right.
And it's been 7 months past my birthday.
Oh.
And we still don't have a bidet. Because we have to make sure all our finances make sense.
Because you don't know what the water bill is going to be.
Dreaming, just having a dream isn't enough.
Right. No, I mean, I'm not trying to be like, I'm not saying that I want to be baller or whatever. I mean, it'd be nice, but like, I realize that I've like, for the last few years, I've truly not like, I don't want to say I didn't give a fuck, but it was more like, I didn't do it with the thought of making moves.
Yeah.
I just said, I'm going to just, whatever. Like, as you know, the last 3 years that I've been here, like I've solely focused on a scene that doesn't make money.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And now that the scene is slowly starting to show, there's evidence that it might make money.
Yeah.
That I go, okay, I'm going to try to push it as hard as I can.
You should be able to transition with the success of the scene, with your personal life as well. There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
So that should be a transition. It shouldn't be one day, you make all this money.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump into a house.
No,
just as big as that payday.
Of course not. Of course not. Like, come on, man. There were years back home where I made like really good money.
Yeah.
Right. But thank God I didn't spend money like I made that kind of money.
Yeah, thank God.
Because there were the following years, like it sucked ass, right? So I am fully aware of what this business and industry is can do to you.
Mhm.
So that is why I mean, I'm going to be frugal to a certain degree, but every now and again, just like splurge, you know?
Yeah. Danny,
And-
you're like a fine wine that ages well with years. So
Yeah.
think of it that way.
And you guys want the beef jerky on my hands?
But think of it like we're all like, you know, I'm not going to out his age because I don't want him yelling at me.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're all getting older.
Yeah.
I'm going to be 50 in 5 years. Right. And I've always thought of 50 as like the end for, in some levels, you know, but I have friends that are in their 50s and they're going into their 60s and they're perfectly fine. Like I look up to them. I look forward to that. What I'm starting to realize at this age now is like when I can laugh about Peter, you know, telling the door to open, like, is that, yeah, life is, I'm not missing out on anything. Like I can still laugh my ass off about things.
Right.
I'm grateful for those things more than anything now.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for, and what I'm talking about is foundation, right? That story alone is funny, right? But me knowing Peter for as long as I've known him makes that story 10 times funnier.
Of course.
Like bellyache funny,
Yeah.
right? And so I look at that in every other aspect of my life as well. So even with music, you know, I'm not successful in the eyes of many, but in my mind, it's like, no, but there are different kinds of winning for me in music, and having written my first song over 30 years ago, right? Like, and sticking with it all this time. There's a rhyme and reason for every song I write, right? And they bring me pleasure in ways that are foundational.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm looking forward to the payoff of all these things in my life that I stuck with: my friendships, my family, my music, my art, my decisions, staying in Korea for 12 years now. Like all of that is going to amount to things that, you know, that money can't buy.
Yeah. I mean,
So
dude,
I'm
like
looking forward to that.
I'm not going to be one of them idiots that like hit the lottery and then like they're ruin their lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I am.
It'd be nice to win the lottery though.
Yeah. But you know, there's stories of people that fucking lose their lives are ruined because they hit the lottery.
Yeah.
Right. Because they're typically poor. Right. And then they get this like lump sum of money that, or, you know, they probably won't take the fucking, the payment structure.
Yeah.
A lot of them will take the lump sum and then buy, you know, 4 or 5 houses and then get their asses kicked. You know what I mean? And so that's, you know, that I'm clearly aware of, you know, so.
That's why I'm long story short, I'm just trying to say that I'm glad that you're finally getting some steam with the stand-up stuff now, rather than when you first got to Korea.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
In 5 years, like it makes sense that it would have taken that long. And it's just so much sweeter, the payoff, because you stuck with it. Like, and nobody can take that away from you. You living in this shitty apartment in Shincheon in a college town with no elevator, you know, like, not to laugh at your demise. I've been there too, and I'm still there in many aspects, in many ways. So like, I feel like all these things like add to purpose, and it adds to like who we are, who we become at the end of the day, and who, you know, our kids and our nieces and nephews will look up to hopefully one day and be like, oh, these people are about doing what they say they're going to do. Like not shying away. I think we're really good at that.
Yeah. I mean,
so
it's I think it is our one of our strong suits, like sticking it out.
Yeah. It could also be like our demise.
Yeah.
You know, we've done this podcast for over 115 episodes, something like that.
Right.
And, you know, for what? You know? I mean, it's not all that successful, but but we stuck with it.
Yeah.
And we know we're better at it than we were from day one.
Oh, absolutely. I think I'm a pretty damn good podcast guest these days.
Yeah.
People get real. You should see them comments, bro.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm gonna watch it. I saw little clips of it. Okay, we hit an hour on this episode so far.
Oh shit!
And we're using a camera that only records 30 minutes at a time.
So
I'm gonna go check it. But I think we can wrap up for this episode.
Yeah. Well, thank you for this. You know what? I thought we were gonna go on 30 minutes and do 2 episodes, but
it's been just too long since we've done an episode. So a lot to catch up on.
And you're right.
Yeah.
It's hot as fuck in this room.
It's hot in here. Yeah. So, this is our new home for now. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll see you guys on the next episode, I guess.
Peace.
Yeah. Peace.